Marie Sander. She has been in the community for a long time and has been able to experience a lot of different issues and challenges as she's gone through her treatment. And I would like, Marie, can you share with us your story?
I've been thinking about this since you asked me, and I feel like I've been doing this forever. At this point, I don't even know if I remember my life before cancer, because when I was diagnosed, I felt like I put my foot on the pedal and I haven't stopped. Um, I was treated for breast cancer in 2007. So I had a lumpectomy and radiation and 5 years of tamoxifen. I was followed by an oncologist having blood work every 3 months. I had just stopped the tamoxifen, and my next appointment was blood work with the oncologist, and I was showing that I was extremely anemic. So that was summer 2013, and he just recommended at the time to take some iron supplements and have my blood work checked in a few weeks. When I went back, my iron levels had gone back up, so I stopped the supplements, and the cycle went on for a couple times until he said, we probably need to figure out if you're losing blood somewhere. So he did. He gave me a fecal occult test to take home, and he did a quick internal exam, and everything at that point was still normal. He sent me for iron infusions, and that fecal occult test did come back positive. So he scheduled me for a colonoscopy and an endoscopy, and that was in September of 2013. When I woke up from the colonoscopy, I could tell immediately the look in the GI's face was, it wasn't good. I was really out of it. I really don't remember the conversation. I just remember going home feeling like my heart had been ripped out of my chest. I was scared. I'm getting teary. I don't do this very often anymore because it's been so long, but um, I'm fortunate. My brother-in-law is a cardiothoracic surgeon. My sister had called me right away to see how my colonoscopy went, and I told her it was not good, that I had to go for, other scans and testing. And my brother-in-law called my husband later that night and said, um, I'm here for you, whatever you need. I'm willing to help any way I can. If you want, if you don't want, tell me to go away, and I'm good either way. So, of course, we jumped all over that because I highly regard his expertise. He's an excellent surgeon. He's a brilliant man. He's just awesome, and I trusted my life with him. So he immediately got me appointments with a colorectal surgeon and a liver surgeon. This was after I did have scans that showed I had a tumor in my colon and I had tumors in my liver. So I was stage 4 right from the beginning. I was fortunate again in that I had a family friend whose husband had been diagnosed exactly almost the same way I was, about a year and a half prior to me. So I did have communications with him, and I was kind of following along with what was recommended to me. And I felt good that it was kind of the same thing that he was also having done or had done. He was being treated in Boston at Dana-Farber, and his wife was extremely helpful. She was a psychologist, and her father was some kind of doctor, food scientist. So she was really interested in the science of it too. So she got me started early on being interested. But it was hard. It was really hard. I felt when I was dealing with the breast cancer, I never for 1 minute thought I was going to die from that. It was awful, but I went through the treatments, and I came out the other side, and I was okay. Um, my kids, I have 3 kids. My kids were, I think my son was in 7th grade at the time. My daughter, I have 2 daughters. My one daughter was a sophomore in high school, and my other daughter had just started her freshman year away at college. The hardest thing for me was telling them and keeping information from them initially. We didn't want to tell anybody anything until we had a plan. So we had to lie to them where we were going to appointments. My kids are very inquisitive. They always want to know what's going on. Where are you going? My son was attached to my hip as an infant, as a toddler. He always wanted to know where I was. And that was really hard, lying to them. And then sitting them down and telling them. We actually had to drive out to where my daughter went to college, and we took her out for lunch and sat down and told her. My doctors were all positive from day one. I think that helped me be okay with doing what they told me to do. Um, Very aggressive. My liver surgeon, my oncologist, they both used the word cure more than once. So I felt confident and comfortable. I've had 7 surgeries, 24 cycles of chemo. I've had ablation. I've had radiation. I've done supplements. I've done meditation. I've prayed. I've exercised. I use essential oils. I've changed my diet. You name it, I've done it all. And I feel very fortunate that I've have family and friends who were able to guide me initially. I feel like they were my circle of online support initially, not being online. I was very private in the beginning. It wasn't until I met Erica in 2016, and I met several other people in person that I had been talking to online, and that was a defining moment to actually meet someone and hug them in person that you have been talking to or chatting with or sharing, stories with online. It was overwhelming, and it's addicting. You just want to keep doing that. And I started going to symposiums. I went to Dr. Marshall's symposium at Georgetown in 2016, and that's when I really got the bug for learning more and learning everything possible there is to learn about this disease. Just getting more involved with COLONTOWN, it really kind of brought me out slowly, brought me out more to be more public with my experience, and being able to share and help. And really, that's my goal, is if I can help one person, it's all worth it. I still hold my breath because you just never know. And I'm afraid to do that, thinking that once I do, something will happen. So it's almost like a defense mechanism. I'm afraid to have that joy, even sometimes. I'm afraid to be happy because I'm afraid that it's going to end.
I want to thank everybody for your patience and your participation today in our project on Stories of Hope. I hope that through this experience and through participating in this project that you will be empowered and given a glimmer of hope that we experience in our community at Colontown. Um, just know that no matter what you face in your colorectal cancer treatment and in the processes that you face in the next days, that we're always able to be better together, and that we have a community that can at least hold your hand as we go through the different treatments and the different challenges that we face with this disease. Thank you so much for sharing with us today.